1952, May 6. I was born in Gunma, Japan. My parents ran a bag shop and I have one young sister and one young brother. My mother has nerves of steel, so I grew up as put men to shame and full of fights. When I was 9 years old, my young brother attacked a serious disease. After that, I determined to be a doctor. To become a doctor, I enrolled in the Keio University Faculty of Medicine, which is one of the famous university for Faculty of Medicine. While I worked part-time of anatomy in a pathology class, I encountered Mukai Chiaki, who is my husband in the future. I desired a woman surgeon that was still rare at the time. Finally, before I became an astronaut, I was a female heart surgeon. Heart surgeon needs strength and energy, so really hard job. Despite this situation, I kept marking as heart surgeon. In 1983, one thing changed my fate drastically. Public subscription of the first Japanese astronaut was sold. As soon as the first Japanese astronauts were sold from the public, I applied it. After I took hard training for a space flight, I was elected to the 3 names who will be the first Japanese astronaut. I elected as an astronaut from 533 people. When I was training for a space flight in 1986, January 28th, the Space Shuttle Challenger disaster occurred. I did not hesitate to be an astronaut from heart surgeon at all. However, after it happened, I hesitated to be an astronaut once. Unless my family and my husband did not support me, I gave up to space flight. After the disaster, space shuttle plan was stopped, but it was resumed in 1992. One of the 3 Japanese astronauts was elected for the space shuttle's crew, but it was not me. Mori Mamoru was elected as the first Japanese space shuttle passenger because he is the oldest of 3. By that, I lost my self-confidence and felt very pessimistic in the space shuttle. However, through supporting his space flight from on the Earth, I realized for the first time how much I owed many supporters. 1994, July 8th. Finally, I was chosen a passenger of my first space flight STA-65 aboard Space Shuttle Columbia, which was a space lab mission. I became a second Japanese astronaut. In addition, I became the first female Japanese astronaut. In 1998, October 29th, I boarded Space Shuttle Discovery as my second space flight. I did many experiments of biomedicine and space medicine, such as space sickness of golden fish in space.
Looking at the microscope, we have a lot of biotechnological experiments like cell culture and protein crystal growth and free flow electrophoresis. Here comes the German experiment using very special facility. It's a slow rotating facility. It's a jellyfish to find out its gravitational sense. So we have a lot of life science experiments. We had more than 82 experiments. And this is the goldfish. And some of the goldfish doesn't have inner ear, the organ. So this experiment to find out how fish react to the microgravity and also how fish orient themselves. And here there's other different kind of fish called medaka, killfish. And the researchers are pretty much excited to find out their mating behavior and also the egg development. And you can see small baby fishes. These eggs are laid on Earth and hatched on space. And this is, and they are developed very well. And also this is a newt experiment. And we have such a very special facility called Aquatic Animal Holding Facility, and made by Japanese Space Agency. And this is a newt, and these are the baby newt. And researchers are pretty much interested in the inner ear organ, which usually necessary for the Earth condition. So So we have such a very lot of life science experiment on board.
Feeling of the gravity of the Earth captured my heart than the beauty of the Earth seen from space. It was the first time to feel the gravity on the Earth. In 2007, I was appointed Chief of Space Medicine Biological Research Laboratory of Japan Aerospace Exploration Agency. I think that opportunity for changing our lives around work here and there in everyday things. It is a question of whether we notice them or do not notice them. And if we notice them, it is a question of whether we seize the opportunity or let it pass.